Hello again, once again, wrestling fans. This is Shane Shatters bringing you Shane Shatters Presents Classic Indies, the great wrestling matches on the independent circuit for the last 35 plus years. In conjunction with the Independent Rewind, we're bringing you this classic collection every week, every Thursday. Look for it. Every Thursday afternoon, we're going to be bringing you some new exciting action. We're going to get ready to go down to the ring right now. You're in Broadway, Virginia. It's October 1991, and one of the family members of the famous Hillbillies from the World Wrestling Federation, good old Cousin Luke, is coming out here to take on the Hawaiian Hurricane, King Kahlua. Let's go to the action. Cousin Luke was the small member of the Hillbillies, coming in here at 6'5" and 375 pounds. The crowd thrilled to see him. Does he have his horseshoe? Has he got his horseshoe with him? I've always brought him a lot of good luck. Look at this enthusiastic crowd. That's one of the things I miss about the old days, is that fans would show up at these events. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Hawaiian Hurricane. He was once known as a prince, but the prince inevitably became a king. King Kahlua, one of the greats of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast independent wrestling circuits for the last 35 years, and I consider the king a friend, a trailblazer of sorts. Here's a guy who wears better looking stuff to bed than most people wear out on a night on the town. Quite a fluffy banana type top there on the king. A lot of hair. Been a long time, hasn't it, Mike? Your referees, handsome Howard Goldman, not exactly sure how to take some of this action. Look at the capacity crowd on it. Oh, there's Tim Walker. There's Tim Walker in his maroon sweater sitting there at ringside with his mom. I hope you're watching, Tim, and tell your mother I said hello. What a wonderful lady. I've known Tim going back almost 30 years as well. Look at the size of this crowd. This is what it was all about back in the day. Independent wrestling coming to local high schools, usually in conjunction with one of the athletic boosters or the band boosters or things like that, and people turned out. Let's go down the ringside. The King's talking. Oh, blowing the horn in his face. I honest to goodness think that Cousin Luke's wearing my Chucks. He's got a pair of red Chucks on. I think he crowd partisan to the Hillbilly. Cousin Luke, alongside of Uncle Elmer, and Hillbilly Jim, and Cousin Junior were the Hillbillies in the World Wrestling Federation during the mid-1980s. A very successful and wildly popular group. There he is, standing in the middle. There's Tricky Dick Kirchhoff, the legendary promoter in the Mid-Atlantic region. The King's a little outsized here. Oh! Sneak attack on the cousin. And some right hands landing well. Now he's going to get him in the corner and choke him. Goldman need to assert some authority here quickly, or things are going to get out of hand. Irish whip into the buckle. Full 350 pounds just hit it. Good thing there's ropes there. He would have knocked that post right over. King, very pleased so far with himself. He's going to do it again. You do it once, do it twice. Not this time. Uh-oh. A big reversal. And the King hits it. And a big hip toss. He wants to leave. He couldn't get underneath the ropes. And now, oh, good God, that hurt. A hillbilly hammer right to the head. And the King was dumped on his rear. And he's looking for help now. I can't believe he's got a nose left after that one. Broadway, Virginia, rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling right now, getting behind him. If we had banjos to play, they'd be picking them. Kahlua trying to find good leverage to get back into the ring here. Cousin's definitely got the advantage. Anytime a guy's coming from outside the ring back into the ring, he's somewhat at a disadvantage. You got to kind of stand straight up. There you go. King climbed up on the ring apron there. Got back into the ring the conventional way. Takes away that possibility of getting a boot or an ambush. I'm not so sure this was probably the smartest thing in terms of ring strategy that King Kahlua ever did in his life. He's going to try to have a test of strength of a guy who's probably got at least 150 pounds on him at this point. Uh-oh. Oh, now I see what's going on here. Luke's playing a little game with the Hawaiian Hurricane here, and it's getting the King frustrated here a little bit. He's trying to explain it to Howard Goldman, and he needs just to, we're going to go at this. We should go at it. Time to quit screwing around. And now you got the added distraction of the crowd. Now Luke's going to lock up with him. We're going nose to nose here to test the strength. Luke clearly getting the advantage here. You just see the bend in the knees. Just look at that bend in. Oh. And the King with a quick boot. The point of the boot probably in the stomach, but possibly a little bit lower. And he gets the advantage here. Not a lot for Goldman to say here. I mean, almost certainly Luke's not going to surrender this match, and therefore Goldman's not really in there. And another boot. He drops Luke to his feet, or to his knees again. Outstanding card of action this night in Broadway, Virginia. I don't even know where Broadway, Virginia is, and I've traveled all over this circuit for almost 30 years, and I've never even passed Broadway, Virginia. So send my regards. Luke making a comeback here, slowly but surely. The King wants to break it. He tried to get on the ropes. Goldman was telling him no. And Luke's back to his feet. Back to his feet. He's got his power base back. Is King going to throw that kick one more time? Is he going to throw it? He's teasing it. He's teasing that kick, and there he got it. Oh, but Luke took it. Oh, he dropped him. Oh, right on the knuckles and the fingers. That's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. Ouch. The crowd 100% behind Luke in these efforts. And stopped it again as Kahlua rolled out of the ring. Not a lot of ring savvy here coming out of Cousin Luke, but certainly what he's done so far has been pretty effective. But however, you can make the case here, Kahlua's had the better part of the match so far. So this is something of a standoff here in the early moments. Once again, fans and wrestlers and wrestling promoters, we would love to have the opportunity for you to do your advertising with the Independent Rewind. Sooner or later, this pandemic's going to end, and you're going to want to be running shows, and what better audience to appeal to than people who are actually watching wrestling and are wrestling fans. And we're not the kind of guys who would turn down your money. So just check out the Independent Rewind, ask them about some rates, and tell them Shane Shadow sent you. Back to the action here. Luke Roy cranking up on the arm of the King. Trying to get it broken. Over the top rope. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Luke exercising a little bit of strength and pulls Kahlua back into the ring. Little beg off here. Kahlua's not really begging for mercy here. He's just trying to get back inside the head of the cousin. Not exactly known for his high SAT scores. Cousin Luke is not a guy who's as easily fooled as you might think. And a forearm smash, Irish whip. The King comes off the ropes. Oh, Luke put his head down and took a fist to the back of the neck. Oh, and another forearm, and working that neck and shoulder area now, trying to keep the cousin down. 5 minutes gone. Ooh, and a thunderous forearm across the chest. Oh, Kahlua with a choke. Come on, Howard, get in there. Dig in. Count of 3, count of 4. Kahlua's made a fine accounting for himself here in this matchup so far. Cousin Luke, with the exception of the early going, has really kind of been on the defensive. And Kahlua, oh, raking the eyes right across the top rope. For those of you who've never experienced that, I recommend that you don't. Oh, sweep the leg. Is that okay with you, Mr. Lawrence? Oh, Kahlua with a right. Little Karate Kid reference there. Not so sure Barks was following. Kahlua really leaning in. Really. Kahlua's a strong, powerful guy in good shape himself. This is not the kind of guy who Cousin Luke was probably expecting to take on tonight. And You take a look at a guy like Kahlua. He's got his, at this point in his career, he's got his fluffy hair and his very colorful outfits and so forth. Might be an easy way for a guy like the cousin to not take him seriously, but he has found out very quickly that he needs to, as he fish hooks the mouth, just like every dirty tactic that he can come up with to try to keep his much larger, stronger foe at bay. Snapmare takeover, the power of the king, and a cover. 1, 2, oh! Wow. Big kick out by Luke. Kahlua a little faster. Going to put that headlock on. Going to lean in on him a little bit. Going to put his weight on the man. Maybe try to get down around the carotid artery. Now remember, this is in a time before the UFC and the tap out was considered an official wrestling conclusion of a match. This was, chokes were illegal. Completely illegal. And the cousin keeps his arm strong. This was how we tested it. If it dropped 3 times, the match was over. And the cousin shaking his arm, trying to keep it moving, trying to get the blood flowing. In addition to the idea of trying to get the crowd support back behind him. Bringing it up. Back to a sitting position. Laying flat on his back or on his side was not a good spot for Luke to be in, and he knew it. But sometimes you cannot just immediately move into a different position. Wrestling is not like that. Sometimes it's weights and angles. Luke with a hard elbow to the stomach. And again, did a loogie go flying on that one? No, but that tackle about took Kahlua out of his boots. And a drop down, trying to regain his footing and his composure, and he catches a knee into the stomach of the hillbilly. Exciting match this week here on Shane Shatters Presents Classic Indies, brought to you in conjunction with my friends at the Independent Rewind. And Luke is on the floor, and he is in a little bit of trouble. And it would not surprise me whatsoever if Kahlua pulled off what many people would have thought had been impossible on this night, which is obtaining a victory against his bigger, more nationally known opponent. Into the corner. We're going to get a whip into the post again. One more followed through. Look at that bulldog. Look at the athleticism of Kahlua. He was known as the Hawaiian Hurricane for a reason, folks. One of the best guys I've ever met on the independent scene, inside the ring and outside the ring, despite some of his questionable tactics here tonight. Luke barely gets a foot on the bottom rope. I'm not even so sure that if I was the referee that I would have even counted that. It was like I don't know, questionable, but understandable. Head down. Look out. Are you shitting me? Sunset flip from Luke. Oh my God. We're seeing, wait a minute, maybe Kahlua really isn't in Hawaii. Looks like the moon is hanging over Broadway, Virginia. Oh, what a right hand, and puts that to an end. Oh my Lord, the crowd, everybody in the building knows that Kahlua's pants are down, but Kahlua apparently. Uh-oh, he's a little shy. Now he's angry. Now he's going to start trying to act with aggression, and that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake. Kahlua's upset, and he's in a rush now. Oh! Right hand to the breadbasket. And now Luke has got the momentum going his way. Oh! 350-pound splash in the corner. That doesn't tickle. One more time. Things are looking rough for the king, but he ducks it. Oh, what a big clothesline. Desperation call there by Kahlua. Keeps himself in the match. And Luke is back down on the floor. I am still in shock at the sunset flip from the 350-pound Luke, who was not a young man, as you can see. So, choke him along the ropes here. Kahlua still, big snap. He's definitely, I don't know. I think the game plan has changed here a little bit, and I think Kahlua's desperation is starting to show a little bit. He's no longer playing to win. He's playing not to lose. And into the corner post again. Luke struggling, battling. Uh-oh. What we got going on here? Uh-oh. A little bit more rear Kahlua. And a 3 count. Oh, my. And Cousin Luke snags victory from the jaws of defeat this week here against King Kahlua. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you once again for joining us. I'm Shane Shadows. This is Classic Indies, and we're on the Classic Independent Rewind, and we'll see you next time.